Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Borussia TV YouTube channel. I'm your commentator for today as I commentate over our game that we played on Wednesday against Mirfield FC. These were our starting formations and the starting players, and then this is one of the formations that we were switching to towards the end of the game. And without further ado, let's just jump straight into this game. So we're starting kickoff here with Zach passing the ball straight back to Matt. Matt's going to lay this off to James. James is going to try and push into midfield. He does well to pass the ball back to Matt. Matt then tries the long ball, but unfortunately gets cut out by their player. Their player does well to get past and through into midfield. He tries his shot, but a good block from Matt sends that one out for a corner ball. They then take the corner. It goes straight into Ethan's hands. Ethan then tries the long kick. He does well to try and find Zach, but a good bit of defense from their player there. Zach is then going to kick this in on this far side in towards Obi. Obi does well to keep the ball here. I then get it, but I probably thought the ref was one of our players and I kicked it out of play. Not great from me, but they're doing well here to take the ball into midfield. They try a good pass out the side. Zach then does really well to cut that one out of play for a kick in. Ethan then has the ball. He's passing to Matt. Matt is then going to try and play another long pass through the centre. A good ball. If I'd have ran sort of towards the middle of the pitch, I probably would have got that one. But anyway, they tried the pass out wide. Obi does well to keep that out, and Matt sort of takes all the pressure off. Obi then tries a pass through midfield. Zach does a really nice flick on, but unfortunately it's got too much power for me to get to that. So it goes out play for a goal kick. They've then got a corner on this far side. Their player completely misses it, and it ends up going out for our kick-in on this far side. I'm going to be the one to take that. I just take it quickly, pass on to Matt. Matt then does well to keep the ball on this side, passes down the line. Obi does a sweet barrel roll. I try and skill the player, but in honest opinion, can we just get another replay of that barrel roll? Bro thinks he's in the gymnastics team. But we've got another kick in on this far side. I do a nice chip. Obi tries to win the header. James then gets the rebound, but a bit dodgy, and it ends up going out of play for a goal kick. They're then going to quickly roll out the goal kick, and they're just going to take the time with the ball. They do a nice over-the-top pass, which is well cut out by Matt. He's then going to try his shot, but a good block from their defender. And it ends to another kick in towards us that I'm going to take. Zach does well to draw this guy out, which gives me a lot of space in midfield to pass to James. James does well to control that one. Zach does really well, but unfortunately we can't get our shot on target. But we are playing much better than what we were last week in terms of keeping possession and getting it back. They're doing well to press this guy, but he does incredible to get out of that. I then try and push that, but he passes the ball just before I get there. They then try and pass the ball in the middle, but I do well to cut that one out. I'm now chasing the ball. I try a quick pass down towards Zach, possibly a tiny bit too much power on that. Zach does well to win the ball back there, who then passes it on towards me. I then chip the ball low in towards Matt, who does well to control it. Bit of tiki-taka play. Matt then tries the ball back to me, but I can't control it. That was a horrendous attempt at control from me. I then do a corner, but unfortunately it's just too high up. I should have scooped that one in, I think. James then tries the pass, but unfortunately no one's there to get it. And they then get the kick in on that far side. They're then just passing the ball back and between each other. On this far side, Elliot does a nice tackle. James can't quite clear it, but does well to get the tackle the second time round. And we end up winning a kick-in for that. Zach does what looked like a really nice ball, but just cut out by their defender just before it hit Elliot. They then try an absolute spectacular, but yeah, nowhere near the goal. And Ethan's just going to play that on towards Matt, who's then going to try and see if he can do anything with it. He does a good pass in towards Zach, who tries the flick, but it's just slightly behind Irby, and they then get a kick in on that far side. They're then moving forward here. Elliot's then chasing. He does well to win the ball back off of the goalie. They're then claiming that went out of play. To this day, that I don't think that went out of play. I feel like it was more than in play when Elliot won the ball back, but the ref's completely clueless, and he's chatting to the other refs, so how's he going to know? They do a nice ball, but a good save, I think that was from Ethan. Can't quite see, but I think it was a good save. Matt has then got the ball on this far side, who's then going to try and play a nice switch pass towards Elliot, who kind of wins it back, but Zach then wins it back when they try and play the ball. Elliot then gets it back, and a good shot from Elliot, a good save from their keeper. He didn't have to move too much, but comfortable save. Luke then does well to put this guy under pressure to kick it out of play. Ethan then has the ball, who's then going to boot it in towards midfield there. Defender doesn't win it, but he just does enough with a flick to push it back to the keeper. Zach then is doing well to battle with this guy to try and win the ball back. They then pass it out wide and pass it inside, but Matt does well to get the ball. He tries his clearance, but there's nobody there to get it. They then try a shot, and it was a good shot, but just ever so slightly wide of the post. Elliot then does a nice flick down towards Zach, who's going to try and do something with this. He tries to play the ball inside, but Elliot can't quite get there. They then flick it forward. Luke misjudges it, and we should realistically be 1-0 down, but we got let off there. Matt has then got a free kick. Matt's then taking this free kick, but unfortunately gets cut out by their defender once again. We then try and keep possession play and just sort of play it round. Matt with a good pass into Kieran. Kieran's doing well to keep the ball up against this guy. He loses it, but gets it back straight away with a bit of help from Luke and Elliot. Elliot then tries the shot again, and that deflects out for another corner. They're then up the other side of the pitch. Zach does well to clear it. Luke can't quite get control, and they just pass it back to the keeper. Their keeper is then playing that in towards midfield. They're just doing a bit of passing round. Some good possession play from them, with some good passes inside, good bit of skill. Matt does really well to get the ball there, to stop them getting the shot away. Zach with a great pass on towards Kieran on the other side of the pitch, then tries the shot, but just slightly wide of the post. But definitely positive play. Kieran's doing well to take the ball at the pitch now, and a bad foul from their player. So we're just going to get that back. Kieran's just going to quickly take that towards Zach. Zach then plays the ball down towards Kieran, who tries to back heel, which would have been a really, really good ball if not cut out by their player right at the last minute. They then clear the ball up the pitch. Matt slightly misjudges that, but does well to win the ball back in the end. He's then just going to take this in towards midfield. He tries the pass towards Zach, but unfortunately just not on the same page, and the ball ends up going out of play. But we're kicking off in the second half here with some positive play and still drawing 0-0 at this moment in time. They're then just trying to keep the ball, not rushing into any of the play or anything like that. I cut the ball. Matt does well to take that out wide. He chips that nicely on towards Zach. Zach tries slide tackle, but the ref was more lenient this time on the slide tackle. So, yeah, makes you think, doesn't it? I then did well there to keep the ball Kieran is then battling for it, but they end up keeping it. They're then pushing forward. I do a nice tackle on this guy. Kieran backing us up there. Zach then gets the ball on this far side, who tries to pass down towards Elliot, but unfortunately that one gets quickly cut out. They're then going to try the long ball, but Zach reads that well and just takes the ball. His shot gets blocked. Matt then has the ball on this far side, who chips it in towards midfield. Could have been definitely a handball by Obi, but the ref said play on, so we ain't arguing. Obi with the shot and just slightly wide. Good shot there, definite positive play. Obi's then got a kick in on the other side, who passes it in towards Kieran. Kieran takes a good shot at goal, but saved, and then Elliot can't quite get the follow-up, and it ends up going out there for a goal kick. They're then playing the ball through midfield with a good pass out wide, just cracking off the top of the crossbar. Definitely getting away with that one there. But Matt is then going to take the ball sort of in midfield now. He does well to keep the ball, and Obi does well on that second thing, but he can't quite get the pass off. They're then trying the long ball, but Kieran does well to get the ball. He does well to pass down towards Obi. Obi just keeps it in play, tries the pass inside, but unfortunately their goalie comes out to get that. Ethan then with the long ball, Obi nearly going again, and it ends up going out for a kick-in. They're then just going to play easy passes through midfield just to keep the ball. They have good possession play. They're then just continuing up the pitch. They do a really good pass inside, great save by Ethan. They're then just sort of dancing with it, and they somehow don't score. Definitely getting lucky with that. James then passes the ball on towards Kieran. Kieran tries a shot, but just over the crossbar. It's very evenly matched at this point though. Their goalie then takes the ball quickly, passes to their centre-back. Their centre-back now plays the ball inside. They then pass out wide. Matt's doing well to press him into going backwards, and they're just taking the time with it. They do a really good pass up the pitch, only just keep it in, and a good block by Matt takes that above the bar. They then do well to win the ball back. Luke does a good tackle there, but can't quite win it back for us. They then easily get around me, and they end up scoring the first goal of the game. I feel like my defending there could have definitely been better. I was definitely on the wrong side of him. But they're pushing forward again here with a really good pass and a great save by Ethan to keep it at 1-0. They're then just pressing forward. Once they scored that first goal, it was just shot after shot after shot. Ethan doing well there to keep this currently at the 1-0 sort of range. They then get a lucky deflection, which leads to a second goal. Kieran then wins the ball off of their striker and starts pressing up the pitch with a good pass in towards Zach with a good bit of skill and a great finish for our first goal of the game, leaving us 2-1 down at this current point in time. But unfortunately, from kickoff, they get a good bit of play with a great finish, which makes it unfortunately 3-1. It's not ideal and not how we wish to sort of continue with our games. Obviously, we'd like to be winning more, but all that we can really do is keep hopefully improving on the basics every single week, hopefully with more of a formation, and hopefully in the long run that will improve how we play our overall game. If you guys did enjoy the video, then make sure to subscribe so you never miss out. these are the fixtures for next week. This is where we currently sit in the table. And again, if you guys do enjoy the videos, then make sure to like, subscribe, comment what your thoughts are, comment on what we can improve on, and hopefully we will improve for next week. And I will see everyone in the next video.